Good morning, KU. My name is Jane Nordman. As you can see, I'm here by myself today as it is spring break upcoming. I've seen people leave as early as Tuesday, leaving my dorm with 3 suitcases. So people are ready for this break. It's been long awaited. Things that we've been seeing recently is Timothy Chalamet in an interview recently talked about how no one cares about ballet and opera. In response, ballet and opera have made Timothy or Chalamet their promo codes for 15% off. Things have been getting sold out for operas and ballet all around the world, and people are very confused as to his response, including other celebrities. Doja Cat has replied. A lot of other celebrities have replied, kind of making fun of him, considering he's talking about a movie about ping pong. What else is going on is Nikki Glaser was picked to be the Golden Globes host upcoming this year, and the Oscars are on Sunday. Lots of things are happening in the arts upcoming. We also have news and sports later, but after this quick break, we're going to be having an interview with 3 representatives from the theater department talking about Corners Grove and the Laramie Project. So please stay tuned for that. That's all I have for this intro, and we'll be going to that interview next.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Jane. Today, here are 3 theater representatives.
Hello, I'm Maya Welde.
I'm Cade Nelson.
And I am James Kensinger.
Okay, so Maya, you are a stage manager and a senior for Corners Grove. Corners Grove is having their final show tonight, so for everyone who didn't get to see it, I'm really sorry, it's really good. But for those who don't get to see it, tell them a little bit about what it's about.
Yes, so Corners Grove is a piece that's in conversation with our town, if you're familiar with it. It follows 15 people from this small town from their late high school years up into early adulthood.
Okay, and you guys are part of Laramie Project, so tell them what Laramie Project is about, because it hasn't happened yet, so you can still get tickets and you can still see it. So what's Laramie about?
In the early 2000s in Laramie, Wyoming, there was a terrible hate crime that was perpetuated, and Laramie Project utilizes exclusively real words from the people of Laramie, Wyoming, and it's despite the tragedy, it's truly one of the most hopeful pieces of content and media I've ever been able to be a part of.
Yeah, it's a documentary theater piece. It is very grounded in the reality of the time. The crime itself took place in 1998, and then actually was interviewed in 2001. It's been a very highly produced show for many years, and we're super excited to do it.
So for Corners Grove, you're a stage manager.
Yes.
As a stage manager, what has been your favorite part of the show process so far?
As stage manager, I'm lucky because I see every single run of the show, from our first rehearsals in January up into our closing show tonight. And so I've been able to see the actors progress, and different scenes have resonated with me differently. I think Corners Grove is really powerful in how it addresses community and identity and belonging. And watching our specific cast and crew and creative team come together and build our own community as we've been working on this show has been really meaningful.
That's awesome. So speaking of community, I know Laramie is a workshop project show. I don't know what that means. So what does that mean for the people who don't know.
So workshop production is a little more stripped down than a standard KU show. It means we're developing a lot of the blocking, the costumes, the makeup as we're making the show. We actually just had our presentations from the costume designers and from the set designer. It's going to be something that we're very hands-on in making. We just had our fittings, which also involved bringing in pieces from our personal closets. So after spring break, we hit the ground running. We're going to start blocking all together as a group to sort of make this show very unique to us and our ensemble.
There's very few shows just in the theater lexicon that are this community-based, and so it seems like there's no better show than the Laramie Project to utilize such a community-based process for getting to the final project. And with that script and these people, I mean, that final project is going to be incredible.
Yeah. So I know the playwright for Corners Grove came to
Yes,
KU,
yes.
and you got to like meet them and talk with them. What was the most interesting, or like something that you took away from that? You were like, I was not expecting to hear that or learn about that.
Oh, it was phenomenal. Kayla Machin-Garvin, the playwright of Corners Grove, came and did a short residency. And we got to speak to them all about their process. And something specifically I was interested in was the editing, right? How does a new work be developed and specified into the work that we are specifically producing and putting on here? And so it was wonderful to hear their perspective of, oh, this reference was cut or this scene was adapted to more suit our specific times.
That's interesting. Yeah, I was not able to go see that, but I was like,
It was phenomenal. It was such a cool experience.
I also heard that Laramie, you guys did, some of you made an appearance publicly, kind of in part of costume. Do you want to tell the people what that was or what that was for?
Yeah, both James and I went and performed in an open drag show, utilizing some of, there's a really interesting Kansas connection in the Laramie Project, which is that the Westboro Baptist Church from Topeka, where actually both James and I are from, this is not a thumbs up situation, because they're a terribly bigoted group that actually protested the funeral of Matthew Shepard, who is the figure central to the story, and we mashed up some of the Westboro Baptist Church parody songs and with some 1990s like queer progressive anthems to really dunk on the Westboro Baptist Church more than they already get dunked on in the show. And it was crazy. Neither of us had done drag before, and it was really something.
Yeah. We had a lip sync battle at the Bottleneck. It was a really fantastic night. I highly recommend going out into your local community, seeing these kind of performances. It was incredible to be a part of. It was just such a supportive group of people, getting to see everyone from KU who came out, people we didn't expect. It was just really fantastic.
It's been really hard to find like really an uplifting space, you know, just given the world, and that was the most like uplifted I have been in so long.
That's wonderful to hear. So the Laramie is our final show for the season at KU Theater, right? And there are a bunch of other shows coming up. I know you're a senior, but what are the shows that you guys are looking forward to most for next year?
Well, it's a great looking season. We have Songs for a New World, which is by Jason Robert Brown, who's a phenomenal composer, and it's a very non-linear show. Do you recall what Jillian's show is called?
Yeah, so we're also going to do Emperor of the Moon, which is a stage play, Eurydice a stage play, and SpongeBob the Musical, which everyone is very excited about.
It's a great, the Emperor of the Moon allows us to do like a real comedy, a farce, in a way that we haven't in a while, and Eurydice and SpongeBob are really great.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Right after this break, you'll have news and sports.
This is Cecilia. Cecilia goes about her day like everyone else. She gets ready for the day, cleans her dorm, and does her homework. Good job, Cecilia. But even though it doesn't show, Cecilia is not feeling like her best self. She feels like she can't talk to anyone about how she feels, because every college kid is supposed to feel this way. Right? Well, no. Cecilia realizes that she needs to talk to someone, so she goes to the KU Health Center for a Jayhawk check-in. Cecilia feels heard. It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah, I always just clap at this part. This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part's the most complicated one?
It is.
If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go.
Just clapping now.
No humps.
Nailed it.
I practiced this morning.
Mine was just two people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to
1,
do
2,
the
3,
end.
4.
It's just
I don't know the
Sorry.
head.
It's hard by yourself. Welcome back. I'm Dan.
And I'm Emil. Here is today's Good Morning KU News update. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem was fired by President Donald Trump last Thursday. Noem is the first cabinet secretary to leave the Trump administration during his second term. The announcement came just after Noem spent 2 days being questioned by Congress lawmakers about her leadership. Noem will be replaced by Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin, but will need to be confirmed by the Senate in order to permanently take on the role. If confirmed, Mullin will advise President Trump on a wide variety of security issues and be in charge of the Coast Guard and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and have a large role in counterterrorism, aviation security, and cybersecurity.
Faculty and students at KU will soon vote on whether they have confidence in Chancellor Doclan A. Gridden, with concern growing about the university financials and ongoing dispute with the faculty union United Academics of the University of Kansas. The vote was organized by faculty governor leader after contract negotiation about salary and other provisions was stalled. Some KU faculty criticized the proposed raise as being too small and questioned university spending on athletics, especially with new rules allowing schools to directly pay their athletes beginning to take effect. This vote is intended to measure whether the campus community still trusts its administration to manage the university during this financial and labor tension.
Australia has granted asylum to 5 of the players of the Iranian women's national football team who were in the country for the AFC Women's Asian Cup when the conflict in Iran began. Those women were moved to a secure location and given humanitarian visas after requesting protection. While the rest of the team chose to return to their home, the situation drew attention worldwide after the players chose to remain silent during Iran's national anthem, creating speculation about a possible protest. Public protests in Australia and pressure from U.S. President Donald Trump urged the government to help the athletes, while Iranian officials insisted the women would be safe if they returned.
The Kansas City International Airport was evacuated on Sunday morning on our precaution after a bomb threat was reported in a parking garage. During an investigation, FBI and local law enforcement members were on site to verify the threat, but reported that it was not credible. According to FlightAware, a total of 127 flights were delayed and 2 were canceled due to the evacuation, which was lifted about 2 hours later. A city spokesperson later indicated that added measures are now being considered to prevent future occurrence.
3 members of the KU men's basketball team have earned all Big 12 awards this season, with forward Flory Bidunga being awarded Defensive Player of the Year, ranking 2nd in the nation in blocks per game. Fan favorite Melvin Council Jr. won Newcomer of the Year, finishing his first regular season as a Jayhawk with 13.4 points, 4.9 rebounds, and 5.2 assists per game. Finally, Freshman phenom Darren Peterson was selected for the all-freshman team after averaging 19.9 points a game, even after only playing 20 of the team's 31. In addition, Badunga was nominated for the All-Big 12 First Team and All-Defensive Team, while Council Jr. was named to the conference's Honorable Mention Team, and Peterson found himself selected as a member of the All-Big 12 Second Team.
That's all for the news. Now over to Jaden with more KU sports.
Thanks, Dan. The men's basketball team finished in third place in the Big 12, meaning the Jayhawks will get the double bye in the conference tournament. The Jayhawks will begin play tonight against TCU. Tip-off is scheduled for 8:30 p.m. The women's team bowed out of the conference tournament with 1 win and 1 loss. After defeating UCF in the first round, KU could not hang with Colorado in the second round. The Jayhawks are expected to get a bid to the WBIT and would then host the first game next Thursday in Allen Fieldhouse. The baseball team is currently 10-6 overall after yesterday's loss to TCU. The game was suspended on Tuesday night because of lightning, but the Horned Frogs held off a 9th-inning rally to win the game 9-4. Kansas will travel to Lubbock for a 3-game series with Texas Tech starting tomorrow. The softball team swept Utah State last weekend, outscoring the Aggies by a count of 39-3. KU is now 18-7 overall and will begin conference play this weekend at Houston. The 3-game series is scheduled for tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday on ESPN+. For her efforts, freshman Ella Boyer was named the Big 12 Freshman of the Week. Boyer went 6 for 12 at the plate and hit 3 home runs over 4 games last week. The honor comes the week after Jalea Davis won her 9th straight Big 12 Freshman of the Week for women's basketball. And that's it for sports. After the break, Aiden will be here to tell us if we're going to get any more rain this week. Stay tuned.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Welcome back, Jayhawks. Aiden Baugh here. We have a pretty solid day in terms of temperatures out there today, especially into our weekend. However, chance of showers coming later on Saturday night. Staying tuned into Sunday as well. Next week, though, beginning to our spring break, it looks downright beautiful outside. Not too much in terms of weather to talk to you about then. Today, different story. Sunny skies outside. Pleasant. I mean, you'd really think that. However, It is going to be a windy one. I don't know if you've walked outside at all today, but even right now, the winds are blowing at about 12 miles an hour, and they're only going to be increasing out of your southwest at about 15 to 25 miles an hour, sustained winds gusting as high as 45 miles an hour. Temperatures outside, it feels a lot colder than it is. Our wind chill is hovering right around in those upper 30s. Temperature right now, 45 degrees. We're going to be warming up as high as 61 degrees today. Looking across the skies over eastern Kansas, all around looks great out there. Barely a cloud in sight in our neck of the woods this evening. The big story for today is just going to be that wind. I know it's a real shock. Wind in Kansas, who would have thought? All day, those winds peaking as high as 43 miles an hour, gusting at about 4 o'clock this evening. By 6 o'clock, the winds are beginning to die down, but it's still blowing pretty hard out of the southwest at about 20 miles an hour through the course of your night. Temperatures dipping down into the lower 50s. Your 7-day forecast ahead. Today, those Jayhawks, they're taking on, who knows, in the Big 12 tournament. But then on Sunday, our next chance of showers. You may be starting to notice this if you've been paying attention to my 7-day forecast over the last few weeks. We get some days of sunshine, warmer temperatures, and then we get rain or storms one day, and then the day after, temperatures dip pretty substantially. Monday, 39 for a high. As we get into the mid part of your spring break, those temperatures rising back up into the mid-50s, upper 60s by Wednesday. That's all the time I've got for you right now. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up in KUJH. We'll see you in 2 weeks for your next edition of Good Morning KU.